Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial, let's look on a couple questions that come up, and one of them is how to merge together properly two terrains or make them look like seamless. Let's create one terrain on one side and we create second terrain right here. So let's position so we can see them easy on the screen. And let's take, for example, one terrain and maybe put it this material. So let's create another texture with this terrain and let's set total different, maybe like rock and grass. Let's go to render on screen and you can see very sharp line between two of them. To make this smooth, what we need to do, we need to mix with materials and make a little bit overlap on the side right here. So let's go to our terrain. It's where I want to go overlap. Go to edit material. And one thing what we do, we go click mix materials. So let's click influence by environment. Enable highlighters so we can easily preview where it's all going. And we'll just move slightly so we can see a little bit better. So when we set, let's see how much we can go right here. Like this. Let's go also increase blending. And also we'll take our swap materials. So we have dry grass on top, and we'll take and replace with a rock. And now you can see how it's more smooth transition we applied by using mixed materials. Of course, you will have some small effect right here, which is more visible. Another techniques to do this, it's the same what we did with a shore. So for example, we go right here and we'll start work on distribution. So what we need to do, let's look on that one option as well. Let's go to enable highlighters so we can preview colors easier. Change this to the green. Again, to change, you just go right click, it's open, and you can select color you wanted for your highlighter. Also, let's disable influence of environment. Here what we have at this point. And let's go to decrease smoothness because I want to see more harder line. And we'll go work on the distribution. So right click, edit function. And edit function, let's add input node, and we'll change this to the distance to object below. Let's also highlight the line and add a filter, and we'll replace filter change to the map. So now we'll modify these values and let's monitor this line right here with it closed. So we'll set upper value to -1. Now we go to input range and we'll set maybe to 4 around here and lower value maybe around 1. So right now you can see already we have this green line, other material up here. That's maybe increasing, and by manipulating we can increase how much influence we want to have it. Just a little bit more, and you can see it's actually going along all the line. Let's click OK. We can also increase now smoothness and blending. And go back to our original materials. Swap materials. Click OK. And if we preview right now, you can see we have a very smooth line going along edges. We can increase blending, do some other maybe more tricks, but overall you notice how we have one terrain go right here. This is second terrain, and by using this function we add this blending edge which is blending two terrains. Very nice. Okay. So next things what I want to look, it is on some trees. We have a question. So let's create one tree, and it doesn't matter which one you have it. Oops, actually this is bush, I don't want it. Now I'll go ahead and just loaded some tree. So the cherry tree. And I want to bring closer because all what I want to do at this point is just look on the bark of the tree. Okay, so we have our tree. A little bit closer so we can preview. And next what you want to do, example, you want to replace this bark. Okay, so let's go right here and let's load it some different material. So we'll have a simple material. Okay, and we'll just have it. Just want to clean up, so we have just simple default material. Next I want to apply my image to this, and I want to make it look realistic. So let's go to edit. Okay, and color, we'll switch to mapped picture. So let's go right now and load an image. Okay, so for example I found some image. It's not necessarily can be tree bark, but I want something that not total tiled and look kind of similar. So we add this one. Let's go to highlights, just add a little bit more highlights. Okay, one thing what you notice, if we set world standard, it will stretch all away. One thing what you want or object standard, if you have high resolution, but it will take all the image and apply it. The other what people have a problem when it's object parametric and it's scaled down. So what's happening at this point, you start see the tiling. So you see the repetition on this. And to hide this, you can have it several ways. One, you increase the scale, so it's a less repetition. Or what I also like to do is just add additional layer. Okay, let's just take any layer. Okay, and this layer, let's go just load it green, edit function, add noise to this, go to bumps, add a little bit on the bump map. Okay, and actually I want to go to transparency and add transparency as well. Okay, next we probably want to increase, go to environment, make a little bit. So what I do, I'm just adding kind of positives. Also we can have it add a little bit on orientation, so it will go like from one side. Let's pop up high so we can preview. Okay, and you can see we add additional layer like moss over the tree, and because it's function driven, it's add additional roundness, so it will cover all those repetition. And you can add several different layers of the function, maybe one green, brown, different ones, and combining nice texture image and this function, so you actually can blend it and create very realistic looking bark tree for your plants or some other objects. And before we end, I want to go back to our terrain, so let's delete it. And that techniques what we just show you to use it blending, you can actually use it for many other kind of interesting options. So let's go to create here, we'll do peaks on one. I just want to make it very flat. Okay, this will be our one terrain. Let's, you know what, let's just copy this, and you can just hold Alt and drop and drag this one. Okay, just make it smaller. Let's go to edit object. Oops, actually I want to also have a dig on that one. So let's go to altitude, lower altitude. And I just want to bring everything to same level. Just as an example, we'll go to effects and add a few fairy trees. Okay, let's click OK. Increase maybe just slightly. So we can see what we have. We have it kind of them poking through terrain, and you can add different stuff. And let's go, you know what, let's change this material to melted rocks. I want to bring it even more down. So what I want to do, I want them kind of poking through the ground. Okay, we'll take our now this first terrain. We open, we'll click mix materials. Select this way. It's what we did before. Go to edit function. This one. Switch to the map. Go to this node, switch to object below. Okay. We can actually make it a bit smaller. So it's how far it will go. Closer to this. So let's take a little bit adjustment to find right position. Okay. Okay, now we'll go our green one. Let's select cut spring. And we'll take this one. And we'll select maybe grass field. Okay, we'll go to now and see on a blending how much I want to blend. Okay, click OK. And with this also techniques, you can see how we can combine nicely with materials and make maybe just around our foreign objects going different type of the texture. So just go ahead, experiment with the settings and try to create different terrains and see what you come up with. Okay, and thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please come visit us on our web at www.geekatplay.com.